Hello, Katie, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster to happiness, founder of Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light, the boot camp, international bestseller, author of the book. Should have mentioned that. Anyway, how are you? How's your week been? How have you been feeling? Are you doing well? Sending you a big, huge hug of love. We've had the most magical time. In case you haven't seen, we've been running a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful free week of training on reconnecting to our life purpose and who we are at the core. And as always, when I serve, I receive, and it's beautiful. So I'm feeling very blessed and restored and refreshed. It's not too late for you to catch up. You head to my Facebook or Instagram, you'll see links, and it's just, yeah, you're so welcome to step into the space. So, oh my goodness me, where's the year going? June soon. It's quite crazy, isn't it? Not quite yet, but wow. How are you feeling about what you've achieved this year, and how are you feeling about what you're doing? And just have awareness of it. You don't need to beat yourself up about it. You might have been working towards a dream or a goal, but it's been going slower than you perhaps wanted. But just have awareness. I've been having awareness around that, and I've realised that I had planned a little bit too much. And although I am way ahead of where I would have been all those years ago, where I spent a long time procrastinating, I perhaps overstretched my goals. Personally, this is because, yeah, so sometimes it's about being realistic. I cleared, I will say, because, you know, verbalizing goals is all good, and rather than being mysterious about it. So this year I spent the first 3 months clearing out my dad's house backwards and forwards to Brighton, and that put me back on sorting out my own house. Because funnily enough, sorting out and clearing dad's house and sorting out my house, probably a bit too much to try and do both at the same time. So now I've stepped into doing mine, and it's beautiful. And my garden's looking beautiful now. I've cleared the front lawn, and everything's just feeling a bit better now that I've started to clear my own space. So sometimes we can overstretch ourselves. Just, you know, having realistic goals is always good. I am totally digressing. Somebody somewhere needed to hear that. Totally digressing. Anyways, welcome. Things can go in a tangent in my world. Welcome. I hope I've made you smile there. Right, as always, I pulled out a card for you for watching this video, and it's so interesting because I went with the Wisdom of Avalon, Colette Baron Reid's deck again, because they've really been speaking to me. I've got a lot of decks of cards, and I work with different ones at different times, and these ones have been calling me a lot lately. Maybe Avalon is calling me, who knows. We do the VIP retreats quite often in Avalon, Glastonbury, so maybe that is why. I do not know. But anyway, forgiveness is the card that was pulled. Forgiveness, and that can be really hard. I'll try and put it out the way of the painting. How beautiful is this card? With the mushroom world as well. Mushrooms are incredible. They've recently, off topic tangent, they're I think tuning into the awareness of the mushroom world and the fact that everything is connected and beneath our feet, and tuning into that energy can make such a difference to our beings, because we can start connecting in with the trees and the plants and Mother Earth in a much bigger and deeper way around the world. It's just incredible. Totally off topic. We're having a few off topic conversations today. So what Colette says, drawing this marker, says that you must now search in your heart for any unresolved resentment, anger or disagreements between you and another. If you're still hurt or angry about another's behaviour, or if there are circumstances in your life that you resent, this is a time when it's crucial to release the negative energy surrounding those situations. Resisting this will only impede your growth and draw more unwanted experiences to you. Resentment and anger are emotions that actually bind you and hook you to the events that cause your suffering, keeping them alive inside of you, draining you of your life force energy and your inner light. Nothing good comes from this. Nothing good comes from hate, anger, or resentment. Peace can only come through forgiveness. When you release all that binds you to negativity, perhaps you need to forgive yourself for placing unrealistic expectations on your situation. Hadn't read that part before I started talking about the unrealistic expectations that we can place on ourselves in a self-sabotaging perception tainted by perfectionism. Look at the world and see how the lack of forgiveness feeds the turmoil and suffering around you. Forgiveness is the key to freedom and peace, and it starts with you. This marker requires you to practice forgiveness so that you can be an active part of the spreading peace and beauty throughout this troubled world. It's such a powerful card, and working with the forgiving energy is everything, and it's not always easy. Sometimes it can be really hard to let go, and it's not about forgiving horrendous things at all. It's not about that, because what it's about is about releasing the hold on of what it has for you. So don't feel you have to forgive really hideous things, because that's not true. It's about releasing the hold that it has over you. And we do quite a bit of work on forgiveness in a couple of the modules on Shine Your Light Goddess, the boot camp and circle, and so there's certainly work to be done there. So I hope that's resonating. It's certainly resonating with me as always, and so, as always, the cards really do kind of flow in together, because the cards from my deck of cards is love yourself, and so often what forgiveness is about loving ourselves enough to let go of anything that's no longer serving us. And forgiveness is a form of releasing and loving. Then we can truly step back into loving ourselves who we are. Love yourself as you love others. Give yourself the permission and the compassion that you give others. Give yourself the breathing space that you give others. Practice self-care daily. Give yourself the love that you give others. You truly deserve it. And when you start loving you, magical things can happen. And it's so interesting how over and over again the cards do work together, which is so beautiful and so lovely. You can just feel into the resonance of that. Feel into the resonance. So there's your cards for the week, and I've got an announcement to make that over the course of the next week you are so invited to step into Shine Your Light Goddess, as is always the case with the bootcamp and the circle. However, I am going to be sending out some emails to invite you into stepping the space with some extra bonuses to come along, and it's just going to be a magical package that I've put together to hopefully sometimes we need a little push, and hopefully this is a little invitation with a little reason to step into the space now. So just keep an eye on your emails over the course of the next week and see what flows your way. If you are not receiving my emails, then I will be posting things on social media, so have a little look there. Sending you a huge hug of love. Have a magical week, and if you choose to take the opportunity to step into Shine Your Light Goddess, the circle, with all the extra bonuses this week, I can't wait to serve you on a deeper way. With such a hug of love, KateMyNaturalHappiness.com. Have a magical week. Lots of love. Take care.